Hey guys, I am back. It's been like a month since I've been able to post a video, but I got married and it turns out that takes up a little bit of time. But a week before that, I got to fish a big bass tournament on Lake Conroe. I actually got to pre-fish for it for one day, which I didn't know I was pre-fishing for it because I wasn't planning on fishing the tournament then. But this catch I'll show you is a big fish that I caught the week before when I was down there fishing, and I'll show you that now. Conroe for beast. Pretty nice one, I think. Fat. I don't know, I haven't hooked very good either. Oh yeah. Alright, so as you could probably tell in that video, that was shallow, fishing a spinnerbait, but that was kind of all I had to go into the tournament with. I caught like one other decent one that day when I was down there the week before, but that was my plan going in the tournament. I'm just kind of going back in that area because I don't really know the lake very well, so I figured I'd start there. But fishing like 1, 2, maybe like 3 feet of water just along those walls and stuff back in the canals, and some of the lily pads, stuff like that. But that was what I started out with, and now I'll jump to how I started out my tournament, which was not good. Just to give you an idea, before I show you this, the air temps this morning, they had dropped to, I think it was 43 degrees outside and windy. Water temps, if I remember right, were like high 50s, maybe low 60s, something like that. But anyway, we'll jump to how my tournament started. Never done that before.
forever. This fish just jumped in my boat.
Alright, so now it's like 12:30-ish, getting towards the middle of the day, and I've fished around the lake quite a bit. Haven't really caught anything special. Went exploring a lot because I really don't know the lake that well, so I figured I'd kind of try some different areas all around the lake, and it was insanely busy with that tournament. I couldn't get away from the people everywhere I was. At one point I was like flipping some pads like 5 feet from another boat, and I'm guessing another guy in the tournament, you know, we were just packed in like way too close in a lot of the little backwater areas and stuff. So I looped back around and came back to where I started in the tournament, which I at least had some confidence there. I'd caught, you know, some good fish in there the week before. So instead of throwing the spinner bait like everybody and their brother was throwing that day, I switched to cutter worm because there were some pads back in there. You know, it was kind of like a Florida thing, which I've never really fished in Florida, but it seemed like a good idea. So I rigged up a cutter worm and just started swimming around the lily pads back in there, real shallow, and it was heating up. It was like 70 degrees out that day, as opposed to like the 40 something it was that morning. So I figured maybe some of those fish were starting to get more active and pull up back in those little shallow canals and everything. So went back in there, started swimming that cutter worm around, and this is what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. There's one. Oh, I'm sure. Oh, yeah. Like I'm getting paid.
Alright, so that was it. That fish actually came in like 2 ounces shy of getting me a check. I thought for sure when I caught it, which I think I just big-eyed it a little bit, that I would get a check with it, which ended up being like, I thought it was more like 4, you know, 4.5, 4 3/4, and ended up being like 4 1/4, and that was just like, it was like an ounce and a half or something like that shy of getting a check. So ended up not cutting a check that day, but oh well. Still had fun, caught some good fish, and that's how it ended for me. But thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and stay tuned for the next one.